there, this is Robin from Lilylane Decor and Design, talking to you about some of our DIY kits. So these are your DIY instructable videos. So if you bought a kit or some other materials and you want to be putting those kits together, these are some of the instructions you might need. So here's an example of a kit that you could purchase. So it's a stencil and a board, as well as included in this. So you get a little card that goes with this. It's going to tell you the link to our YouTube channel so that you can come and watch the videos and know what you're doing when you're putting it together. It also has your colors that you've chosen, so you can remember if you want to order something else in those colors, you'll know what colors you have, as well as the safety information for those products. And also included are your products, so paints, varnishes, stains, etc. that you might need. A little scraper for applying your stencil, which is another video that you can watch. So just if this is not where you're at in your kit, just click through our channel and find the step where you are. A sponge for doing your stenciling if you've ordered a stencil. So that's what would be included in your kit. So to get started, you're going to want to finish the base of your wood sign. So if you have a wood sign kit, whether it's a frame sign, whether it's a clock, whether it's a pallet sign, or a solid board like this, they're all going to start out the same way. So you're going to open your paint or stain product, whichever one you're going to be applying to a surface. So if you have a kit like this, so this is a framed sign kit. So if this is your kit, your board would actually be wood. This one has one coat on it already because we're going to do this by the magic of television. You have a solid board for the center, you have a frame. If you have a palette kit, your board's going to look something like this. So there you go. Anyways, regardless of which one you have, we're all going to start kind of the same way. There are not paintbrushes included in your kit. That's something that you can choose. Most people have one at home. So if you have a palette or frame sign, you're going to start with whatever color you've chosen for that, whether it's paint or stain. Both are going to be applied the same way. All of our products are water-based, so they can all be washed off with water when you're done. So I'm going to work here with the stain kit. Stain for this frame, so here we go. I'm just going to stain it. So it's just like painting. You're just going to paint it on until you get your surface covered. When I do frames, I like to do the edges first. If you get your stain color and you put it on and you go, wow, this is way darker than I thought it was going to be, because these are water-based stains, you can just get a bigger container and dilute it with a little bit of water, and that'll lighten it up a bit and give you a little bit more of the wood showing through. If you're finding your stain is not dark enough and you think, oh, I would really like that stain to be a little darker, then let it dry and add a second coat. Okay, so the exact same way I'm applying this stain, that's how you would do the palette board. I'm not going to do them all for you today because that would just take way too long. I just want to give you a little bit of the look of what you might be doing when you get this home. And if you've got one of these rough frames or the rough palettes and you think you'd like it a little smoother, a little bit more polished, then feel free to take a piece of sandpaper to it. You can do that either before, or if you want like an even more rustic look, you can do it after you've stained it. And we will do a few more videos showing you some distressing techniques and that kind of thing as well, if those are things you'd like to enhance your project that you've gotten. Okay, so there we go. That's it for that. And if I'm not going to do the palette board right now because you get bored of watching me paint. So that's the frame for the sign. The palette, we would do exactly the same, just paint that stain on, allow it to dry. If you want this to dry nice and quick, just grab a little a lint-free cloth and wipe some of the stain off. That'll help dry it up really quickly. Okay, same thing with the paint. Now normally I would wash my brush in between, but because we're going from a light to a dark, you're not going to notice here. So again, I'm just going to paint over my entire board here. And it's all covered in the black. There we go. Okay. The paints and stains can be used pretty interchangeably. If you are a person who's bought only parts of the kit, so not everybody chooses to purchase all the items. So some people choose to use their own paint and stain products that they have on hand at home. Some people maybe are really good with woodworking, but not so great at the graphic design or stencil part, so they might choose to purchase just those items. Or some people have a Cricut machine, so they might be making their own stencils and just purchasing, say, the wood bases from us, those sorts of things. So if you have purchased your own paint and stains at home, if you're using an oil-based stain and you're going to stencil right over top of it, just make sure that you put a clear coat over top, because otherwise the adhesive in the vinyl won't stick to the oil-based stain. So for example, if I were doing this sign here and I just applied an oil-based stain to it, let it dry, put my stencil on, I might have trouble getting my stencil to adhere to the base. So I would probably let the stain dry, apply a clear coat. Can be an oil-based clear coat is fine. It's just the stains. The stains are not meant to be the last thing you put on a piece of wood. They're meant to be coated with something else. The stains and varnishes that we're including in the kits right now are a mixture of an oil modified, so a hybrid varnish, and a water-based stain. So they wash up with water just like the paints do, and when they dry, your vinyl is going to adhere to them just fine. So you're not going to have that problem with these particular products, but I do like to tell people about the oil-based just in case you're using your own products at home. Okay, so thanks for watching. That's your very first step. We're going to come back with another video in a minute showing you the next thing to do, okay? So making sure that you just click through our videos, looking for the ones that apply to the kits that you have and the step that you're on. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have any questions.